All right, here we go with 5-2. Estimating quotients with two-digit divisors. It always comes back to estimating. Notice it keeps popping up in each and every single one of our units. That's a pattern. All right, so here we go with our first word problem. Your school needs to buy posters for a fundraiser. The school has a budget of $147. Each poster costs $13, my favorite number. About how many posters can your school buy? First things first, let's think about the numbers we're going to use. We're going to use 147 and we're going to use 13. Next, we're going to think about the operation that we're going to use to find out how many posters a school can buy. And if we have to divide something or we have to figure out how many we can buy, we're dividing. So division is what it is. And what sentence could we make up? Well, 147 divided by 13, of course. Now, they're not just numbers, they're actually money. And there were dollar signs, so I cannot forget my dollar signs. Now think, can we divide these in our head? Probably not, because we have a double-digit number. Do we know how to multiply by 13s? Maybe I do because it's my favorite number, but not really. We don't know how to multiply by double digits. What we can do is we can think back to when we were working on multiplication and we were working with compatible numbers and estimating. So we can think to ourselves, what is this number close to that I know how to work with? Well, I'm pretty good with the number 150 because that 7 makes the 4 go up to a 5, so there's 150. Now when I think about the 13, I'm going to use my compatible numbers, and I'm not going to go down to 10. I'm going to go to 15. Why 15? Well, I'm going to go to 15 because I see that I have a 1 and a 5 here and a 1 and a 5 here, and I know that I can work with those numbers based on my 10 pattern. So I think to myself, how many times can 15 go into 15? Well, 1. And then I bring over my 0. So 150 divided by 15 equals 10. Is that my answer? No. But that is my estimate using compatible numbers of how many posters we would be able to, how many posters we would be able to buy. That's 10 posters. Okay, I want you to try this one. 156 divided by 31. So I can estimate these two numbers, and if I was to estimate them, the 6 would make the 5 turn into a 6, so I'd go up to 160, and then the 1 would make my 3 stay the same, so I can go 16 divided by 3. But that is not going to divide in well, because 16 doesn't get divided by 3. There's no even number. So that's where we have to think that compatible numbers is going to work better for us. And if we're working compatibly, 156, well, I know I can work with 150 real well. And I know that I can work with a 30 because I know that 3 goes into 15, and 15 can be divided by 3. So when you're working with this one, our answer would be use my cross-out method. There's a 0 on both sides. What's 15 divided by 3? And if you don't think in division, just flop the operation around and think to yourself, 3 times what is 15? And that's a 5. So 156 divided by 31 is approximately, and this is kind of our sign for approximately, it takes our equal sign and it makes it wiggly, approximately 5. Here's one more, 488 divided by 76. Think about it estimating and think about it compatibly. This is where knowing your multiplication facts truly is going to help you. Because for the estimation, That 8 is going to make my other 8 turn into a 9, so I'll have 490. I'll have 490 divided by, the 6 is going to make my 7 go up to an 8. If I think of my facts of 8, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. Can 8 go into 49? No, it cannot. So then I think of my compatible numbers. What will work? So I know that I can take this up to a 490 because I know 49, and I see this 7 here, I know that 7 can go into 49. So that's going to make me compatibly make this a 70. So do the cross-out method. Boop, boop. 49 divided by 7, or 7 times what equals 49? Well, 7 times 7 equals 49. So the answer is approximately 7. Okay, next word problem. Betty made $159 selling 75 bracelets. Each bracelet cost the same. About how much did each bracelet cost? So I know that the question asks me about how much. So it's saying about. It's not saying exactly how much did each bracelet cost. It's asking about. So I'm going to think to myself that I'm going to use compatible numbers to make sure that I can divide evenly. Okay? So here we go. If the numbers I'm working with are 159 divided by 75, I'm going to think, can 7 go into 5? No. So I am going to take 159 and compatibly make it 160. And then I'm going to take the 75 and I'm going to turn it into an 80 because I know in my head that 8 can go into 16. And because I know my facts, I'm able to know that. When I figure out that 8 can go into 160 2 times, because I crossed out my zeros, then I can check for my reasonableness. Okay? The way I'm going to check for my reasonableness is by using a triangle. See this triangle? So in this triangle, I'm going to check that 2 times 80 is 160. And it is, because 2 times 8 is 16 plus the 0 is 160. So I found my answer, and I check my reasonableness. I know this can sound confusing, but I have faith in you guys, and I know that you guys can do this. So good luck with the rest of your work.